Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming through. If you are new to my channel, my name is Naka Friedel, aka Naka F, and I welcome you all to my channel. All right, so I'm going to be doing kind of like a first impressions, trying to do a creative look today using the Jeffree Star JawBreaker eyeshadow palette. All right, so I just took it out of the box, and this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like from the outside. And we're gonna open it, and here we have it. Things are starting to look up, thank God, praise the Lord. Things are starting to look up in my life, and I'm really gonna try my best to be consistent with posting videos, and also I really want to get more consistent with posting on Instagram as well, because I do need to develop my following. A lot of exciting videos to come. I really can't wait to show you, you know, certain things that are happening. I did recently adopt 2 more bunnies. So I'm a bunny mom of 3. I will be introducing you to my bunnies very soon, and I'll also be posting them on Instagram as well very soon. I'm going to throw on my foundation now. I'll go off camera and do one eye, and then I'll do the other eye on camera. Okay, that was enough brainstorming. So much is going on. And in the meantime, I can give you a little bit of a story time while I do the base foundation. Ha! See? It's all working out. The CoverFx Powerplay foundation in P110 and P120. For concealer, I'm going to be using a mix of CoverFx Powerplay concealer in G Deep 3 and my Tarte Shape Tape in Deep. So about a month and a half ago, almost 2 months I would have to say, my mom fell into a diabetic coma and she could have died. I was at work and there were adults in the house and nothing was really done about it. I was very hurt by the entire situation, and you know, I ended up having to call 911 and have the EMT people come and bring my mom to the emergency room at I don't know, 12 o'clock in the morning, because I had went out after work for a little while. You know, I'm grateful that my mom is still very much alive. She's currently at a facility in my neighborhood, so it's walking distance from my house. It's not the best facility, but you know, it'll do for now. I've been spending a lot of nights with my mom. She's in a rehab / nursing home. Sometimes I just feel better if I'm there with her during the night to make sure that, you know, she's okay. But then it's I also sacrifice my sleep and my health and my well-being when I do that. So I've kind of cut back, and I've been doing it maybe 3 or 4 times a week as opposed to every night, because I need my sleep. And I actually had recently started developing circulation issues in my ankles, because I would be sitting up in a chair all night and then, you know, occasionally dozing off, and that's not good for anyone. So my ankles would swell up you know, an old person, I'm 80, and I would think, okay, as soon as I get walking, moving for the day, it'll go down. And no, it will take a full 24 hours to go down. So I'm walking around with cankles, and I'm just bruh, I cannot live like this. No, it's been an experience. But you know, I'm feeling better. I even had a very strained relationship with my brother, and you know, just recently we got a chance to talk, because it was mainly an issue where I felt I wasn't getting the help that I needed in order to make sure that my mom got the best care. And it's just been a lot of tension in my home, within my family structure, and it's not healthy. There are such things as toxic households. I'm trying my best to fix the relationships around me, even if it's a situation where you just agree to disagree. Because I know I'm going to be using pink eyeshadow, I'm going to just add a little bit of powder back to my under eyes. Sorry, and I didn't even tell you the powder that I used before. It was the Hourglass Veil Primer. It was the Hourglass Veil Powder. I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Nutmeg, and I'm just gonna apply that to under my eyes. So I am back. This is the eye look I came up with. I was in the mood for pink, so I essentially used all the pink shades in the palette. And for my crease shade, I used this dark berry shade here called Raspberry. I was told that my mom, was having symptoms earlier that day while I was at work, and I asked my family to take her to the emergency room based on the symptoms they were telling me about, but it was not done. But either way, when I got home, I did take her, or I did call 911, and I rode in the ambulance with her and stayed with her in the emergency room all night. And all day the next day. I canceled my yoga class the next day, and I stayed with her. Like a normal glucose reading for a normal person is usually like, within the realm of like 90, 100. Usually if you're a diabetic, physicians or clinicians might let it slide if it's like around 150 or so because you have a high sugar. But when the EMT people came to pick up my mom's glucose was so high that the machine couldn't even read it. It only said over 500. Yeah. So then when the machine can't read it, you usually have to take the sample to the lab. Take like my mom's blood sample to the lab for it to finally get a real number. My mom's glucose was 1130. So yeah, it was not a good thing. Unfortunately, things weren't being done super well at home while I'm at work. I feel like ever since my mom had her strokes and her brain bleed over the winter, I haven't even had a chance to really like let out and cry or do anything of that effect to kind of like help me to cope. But I have been coping and dealing with my issues and the people around me with a lot of exercise as much as I can, or just like making sure that I'm busy. But I've really been trying to also take time to rest. Haven't really been doing that too well, but I'm working on it. And of course, like as I said, makeup is very therapeutic for me, so I was also like down because I couldn't record and get videos out because you guys are my friends, my family, you're the people that I share a lot of stuff with, to use this platform to kind of like let you guys know certain things. It really helps me release. But taking my Morphe brush from the Eye Credible set, I'm gonna go into this metallic pink shade called Cotton Candy, and we're kind of just gonna cut a crease somewhat in that, just using this. I'm not cutting a crease with eye primer or concealer or anything like that. I'm just using the eyeshadow. So now I'm going to go into And What, which is this like cherry metallic shade here. And I'm just gonna put that on my outer V. I'm going to go into the inner corner shade, which is this very pale pink metallic, which is called Snack. And that's gonna go on my tear ducts. For my under eye shade, I'm gonna go in with this deep hot pink called Cherry Wet, and I'm going to add that to my lower lash line. And then I'm going to connect it to the eyeshadow above. As you can see, I'm leaving a little bit of space here for a different color. I'm gonna go in with Bubblegum, which is right here, and I'm just going to add that to the inner lower lash line. Now for my waterline, I'm just gonna use my Sephora Kohl pencil in beige. I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty Flyliner in Cause I'm Black, and I'm just going to make a very thin line. Then for lashes, I went with my Lilly lashes in Miami Flare. So I'm going to apply the glue to those and then add my mascara. Okay, so while my lash continues to dry, for blush, I'm gonna go in with pink. I'm gonna go in with the NARS 413 BLKR blush, very bright pink. That does show up on my skin. And I'm using the Sigma F10 blush brush. Other people be putting blush on their nose, I don't know. Okay, I'll try it. Now for contour, I'm gonna go in with my Prime Beauty Cosmetics Chocolate Liddy Bronzer. And I'm gonna just brush on the contour very lightly using my contour brush from Sigma F40. I'm back in with the Pat McGrath highlighter palette. And I'm just gonna use a fan brush. Haven't used a fan brush in a long time. I'm gonna go in with this pink shade. You can't tell that it's pink, but it does come off pink, and I'm gonna do it very lightly. Add the middle shade, which is also very like fine gold, and I'm just gonna add that on top. I'm going to dip into the highlight just one more time, the pink one, and I'm gonna put that right under my brow. I'm gonna go in with my CoverFx pressed setting powder in Deep. This is what it looks like. I'm just gonna dip in, and we're just gonna go all over the face. So I was gonna do a bright pink lipstick, but I think that's too much. I'm gonna set my face with my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. So I'm going to just do a gloss. I'm gonna be using Buxom Cosmetics Havana Punch. And we're just gonna line my lips with my Sephora Collection Eyeliner in Matte Brown Black. I like it. What you think? So this is the final look using the JawBreaker eyeshadow palette from Jeffree Star. Let me just give you one more look of how it looks, or one more view of how it looks. Plenty of looks to be done. But of course I was in the mood for pink, so that's what I chose to do today. But yeah, there's no reason why I won't be using this palette in another video very soon. This is Naka Friedel approved. Naka F approved. I really do like this palette. And at first I wasn't gonna buy it because I was just like, oh, it didn't seem as exciting as the other palettes were. I have the Blood Sugar and I have the Blue Blood palette, but this is pretty dope. I really like how this look came out. Thumbs up this video if you like how this look came out. And even though we were talking about some serious things, I did want to kind of open up to you and let you know what has been going on and why I haven't been consistent. I do apologize. It's taken several months for it to settle, but it is starting to settle. And I have a lot of videos and a lot of ideas that I want to get out to you. So please continue to keep watching, and thank you again so much for getting through this video. Do not forget to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because I will be coming with more soon. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.